it's Lauren, and today on Stitch Lessons, I'm going to show you how I tie the big sewing knot that I use when I'm hand sewing or embroidering in order to keep my thread from pulling through the fabric. Especially when you're sewing with certain kinds of fabric that small knots can go right through, or using a really thin thread that requires a ton of knots, tying the right kind of knot can really save you a lot of time. I'm going to show you the knot I use, and if you've ever watched one of my craft tutorials and tried to figure out how I tied that thing, this is the video for you. Here's how it's done.
So here I have a strand of embroidery floss. Grab onto the end using your thumb and middle finger, then use your other hand to wrap the rest of the string around your pointer finger until the ends cross right over the pad of your finger. Press your thumb onto that X, letting go of the end you were holding, and roll that crossing point between your thumb and forefinger. See how it twists a bunch of times? Hold onto the end of that twist using your middle finger and part of your thumb to keep it from coming undone, then firmly grab the top of the twist with your pointer finger and the tip of your thumb. To tighten it, tug on the loose end of the thread until it becomes a big, messy knot. I'm going to do it again in case you missed that. Keep trying if it doesn't work on the first try. Hold the end with your middle finger and thumb, wrap the thread around your pointer finger until you have an X on the pad of your finger. Press your thumb onto the X and roll it upwards so the thread gets twisted a bunch of times, passing the end of it from your pointer to your middle finger to keep it from unraveling. Then pinch the top of the twist between your thumb and forefinger and pull on the loose end to slide the twist down into a big sewing knot. If you end up with a smaller knot than you were expecting or your thread is very thin, feel free to repeat this more than once to make the knot bigger. There are definitely projects where a big knot would be too obvious or show through your fabric, and then you might want to try a different method of securing your thread. But for plushies and other sewing projects where the back is hidden, this works really well for me. And that's how I tie a big sewing knot. Thanks so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you make something lovely with what you learned. If you'd like to see more of the hand sewing and embroidery tutorials in this series, be sure to watch the rest of my Stitch Lessons playlist. Click one of the videos on the screen or check the video description for a link. Happy stitching!